Once the 3D modeling is completed, the next thing is to start documenting your project, which means that you have to provide the tags and dimensions for each and everything that are going to be built either on site or off site. We have already made a video for tags, and in this video I will be just covering the dimensions part. So for that reason I will go to this quick access toolbar, and I can see this dimension button here, or I can go to annotate tab and there is dimension panel, and I can just type or select any other type of dimension as well. So I will just click here, and there are some options. You can notice that in the properties palette, text style has been already selected, and there are a lot of other text styles as well, and those are based on the text size, font style, and some other things. So let's just keep these settings as it is. Before going into this option bar, I am going to give the dimensions to these grid lines on both sides. All right, now I am going to provide the dimensions for these walls. So for that I am first going to check what are the options available in this option bar. Currently the wall faces is select. You can select the center line as well. So if wall face is selected and I bring my cursor to any of the plane, it can be either outer side or inner side or the center line, I can pick these three references. But if I click on wall center line, then you can see that I cannot pick the outer or inner surfaces, but rather only the center lines of the wall. So make sure that you have selected wall faces, and also in the pick box there are two options, which is individual reference or entire wall. Currently individual reference has been selected. If I change it to the entire wall, and now I want again to pick the center line or the wall face, I am unable to, because the entire wall has been selected. So if I click on this wall, you can see that the dimensions are very cluttered at the both ends, and that is not a good practice. So I will just press escape and go to this options button. Here I can just uncheck this intersecting walls and intersecting grids and click OK. Again I am going to pick the same wall. Now you can see that options are less and dimensions are more clear. So I will just click here and leave the rest as it is. Now if I go to this dimension again and select the wall face and then the individual reference, I can just pick these references one by one. So that's how you can create the dimensions. Now for the other wall, I will click these two, then these locations, and these locations, and these locations. Now these are going to be a little bit messy because there are a lot of dimensions, and let's just say you want to change two things. One, you want to change the rounding of these dimensions, and other is you want to change the text size of these dimensions. So for that I will again just go to this dimension, and this time I am going to change the edit type, and I will duplicate it and change the size to, let's say, 3 by 64. 3 by 64. And in the text section I will change the size to 3 by 64 so that the text size in the name as well as within this dimension is same. Click OK. Now you can see that a new text style has been added, and this time I'm going to add the detail for these walls. You can clearly see the dimensions are a lot smaller than the previous ones. And let's just say pick here, these lines, and that's it. So now you can see that these dimensions are a lot smaller than these ones. Now for the rounding, I'm just going to go to manage tab, and then I'm going to project units, or I can just type UN. So I'll just click here, and in the lengths I will click this button and rounding it to the nearest. Currently it is 1 by 4, so I am going to change it to 1 by 8 and click OK, and then OK. Now you can see either these dimensions which are in this style or in this style, the rounding has been changed to 3 by 8 for every dimension. It's totally up to you. But if you want to specify that I want my dimensions like this style to be in 3 by 8 and this style to be in 1 by 2, then you can do that as well. For that I am going to dimension again, and since this 3 by 64, which is this one, already selected, I am going to edit type, and under the text section in the primary units I am going to change this format, which is default, and currently it is selected that use the project settings, so I am going to uncheck it, and this time I am going to change it to 1 by 16 and click OK, and then apply or OK. Now you can see that this style of dimension has the rounding of 1 by 16, and this style of dimension has the rounding of 1 by 8. So it's totally up to you, the rounding, the text size or the text style, whichever you want to select for your project. And that's how you can provide the dimension for each and every wall at every floor for your project. And the detailed end drawing will be a lot kind of organized but messier than your furniture layout. So if you have any questions regarding the dimensions, you can ask me in the comment section. That's it for today. Thank you.